live streaming from San Francisco. Been in it since 2008. I want to start by doing a special reading of Khalil Gibran, the prophet, stanza on giving. Then said a rich man, "Speak to us of giving." And he answered, "You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. For what are the possessions but things you keep and guard for fear you may need them tomorrow? And tomorrow, what shall tomorrow bring to the overprudent dog, burying bones in the trackless sand as he follows the pilgrims to the holy city? And what is fear of need but need itself? Is not dread of thirst when your well is full, the thirst that is unquenchable? There are those who give little of the much which they have, and they give it for recognition, and their hidden desire makes their gifts unwholesome. And there are those who have little and give it all. These are the believers in life and the bounty of life, and their coffer is never empty. There are those who give with joy, and that joy is their reward. And there are those who give with pain, and that pain is their baptism. And there are those who give and know not pain in giving, nor do they seek joy, nor give with mindfulness of virtue. They give as yonder valley, the mitral breaths its fragrance into space. Through the hands of such as these, God speaks, and from behind their eyes, he smiles upon the earth. It is well to give when asked, but it is better to give unasked through understanding, and to the open handed, the search for one who shall receive is joy greater than giving. And is there not you would withhold all you have someday be given? Therefore, give now that the season of giving may be yours and not your inheritors. You often say, I would give, but only to the deserving. The trees in your orchard say not so, nor the flocks in your pasture. They give that they may live, for to withhold is to perish. Surely he who is worthy to receive his days and his nights is worthy of all else from you. And he who has deserved to drink from the ocean of life deserves to fill his cup from your little stream. And what desert greater shall there be than that which lies in the courage and the confidence, nay, the charity of receiving? And who are you that men should rend their bosoms and unveil their pride, that you may see their worth naked and their pride unabashed? See first that yourself deserve to be a giver and an instrument of giving. For in truth, it is life that gives unto you unto life. while you who deem yourself a giver are but a witness. And you receivers, and you are all receivers, assume no weight of gratitude, lest you lay a yoke upon yourself and upon him who gives. Rather rise together with the giver on the gifts as on wings. For to be over mindful of your debt is to doubt his generosity, who has the free hearted earth for a mother and God for a father. Isn't that beautiful? Welcome to my live stream. Bless each and every one of you. Jimmy, what's good, man? Say good evening, WC. I got my iPad all charged up, ready to search your pages. Jacob, what's good, man? Jacob got another link for me. I'll look at it in a minute, Jacob. Let's see, Jimmy. I think I'll pin you first. You've been pinned. Let's go take a look at Jimmy's page. It's 53%. All right. Jimmy, what's good, man? What's happening with you, Jimmy? Jimmy's always doing something, man. He's cutting cement. He's gutting fish. He's playing with moths. It's Jimmy's page right there, man. Can you see it, man? I don't know. Yeah, he's running down moths. You know, they say moths are good luck. I went into the bathroom the other day and a moth flew around and hit me in the eye. I didn't even hardly feel it, but it was something benevolent about that moth. They say moths are good luck. I don't know. WC is here. Thank you for coming to my live stream, Jimmy. That's a big one too. It's a big one, man. Good luck, bro. Don't kill it if you can. Let it escape. It will eat your clothes though. Let's go to Jacob's page. Jake. Jake's like Ariana Grande and the wrestling lady. That's my darling wife. She's sneezing. I think I looked at most of your shorts already, Jake. Let me see. Yeah, I looked at quite a few of your shorts. Ooh, man. It might be time for you to make some more content. Oh no, here we go. WC is here. Thanks for coming to my live stream, Jake. There you go. That's Jake's page. All right, I'll look at your link. What did you do for your birthday? Turn it down, honey. I can hear it. That's my darling wife. I think your page your link just brings me to your page. Yeah. Excuse me. Yep. I saw it, man. I just came from your page. So did you guys like that poetry? Was that cool or what? Good evening, Jake. Was that cool? Did you like that? Khalil Cabran, man. He's heavy. Ooh. Tad up, Doug. Just tad up, man. Tad it up. Everything falling all over the place. I'm gonna charge my pad again. Pick up my angel. Start all over, man. So I got a notice from YouTube that said they needed some information again. Like my ID and a photograph or something like that to make sure they knew who I was and all that. And I found that kind of strange because I've had my page since 2012 and I did all that stuff a long time ago. And so without that doing that stuff to verify your page, you can't pin your material, you can't connect playlists, none of that. So it's almost like you starting from scratch again. But what puzzles me is if they got all that information, God, I started 2012 on this page. That was 8, that would be 10. So 16, 26 years ago. Why would they want to get that stuff all over again? That makes no sense to me. Has that happened to any of you? That's my question. And I guess I'm gonna have to give them all that information again. But seeing as how they've been messing up with my hours, and they've been messing up with my count, and now I need to identify myself all over again. I I just see these unnecessary hurdles popping up for no reason, you know, and it's very irritating to me, you know. And I'm curious, has that happened to any of you? And if it has, leave me a comment because I want to know. I'm not trying to take it personal, but I think it's a little unnecessary if they had their shit together, you know. Because you don't ask somebody to identify yourself and send a picture and all that other stuff. If they did it, what? 28 years ago or 18? What? 2012 with 8, make it 2020, 6 and 8. If they did it 14 years ago, you don't ask them to do it all over again. So it makes no sense. Somebody's screwing up, you know. And so they already screwing up on the numbers, and then they screwing up on their business, on the information end. What else are they screwing up? I wonder, you know. Yeah, or is it just personally me? Some guy, some little redneck guy running around in the back with Confederate flag in his pocket saying, "Stop the ninjas! Stop the ninjas! Don't let the ninjas in." I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, if it was me, it would be necessary for me to get all that again. That would be totally unnecessary. Once I got it, it would be part of the records and they would have to give it to me again, you know, or get it from me again. So it's ridiculous, you know. So did you enjoy my reading? Jacob said, "Good afternoon, my brother WC. Good evening, good afternoon, Jimmy." Jacob. So far, so good, man. I'm not gonna keep y'all. I just decided to check in. Did you guys like my reading? I'm gonna try to do a couple of stanzas, one or two stanzas until I get through the whole book. The book is excellent, man. If you never had a chance to read it, now is your chance to hear it. Because I got through one, two, three, four, five, I think six stanzas already. And I think I got a ways to go. The guy's excellent, man. Really, really a deep guy, man. So, and I'm doing this for you because you asked me to do it. Not you particularly, Jacob, or you, Jimmy, but my family, my YouTube family asked me to do it. It would be good if you read something, WC. You got that type of voice, man. You might be good at that. Why don't you give it a try? So I'm giving it a try. So let me know what you think. Should I keep it in the format or let it go? I could do it privately, but then who would get it? You know. So anyway, anybody got anything new to bring to the table? Jacob just had a 24th birthday. He's 24 now. Uh, Lee Partridge, better known as Ridge, he just got his glasses. I don't see him in here. Um, I'm not blaming nobody for not being here because I didn't do my live stream this morning. You know, I slept through it because I stayed up last night, and I've been doing that a lot lately. Because I get up early and then I end up doing a lot of stuff, and then I'm tired by the time everybody else is just waking up, and then I have to go back to sleep. It's the story of my life. But this will be it for today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna leave it to you guys to go to my pre-recorded live stream. Jimmy, you're giving me so much chat right now. I guess it's time for me to put my own link in so people will know if they do come and see me. Jimmy said, Iran said they will never, ever block the strait, ever, ever again. That lasted about 12 hours. Oh, boy. Man, you can't take these people at their word. You can't take them. 12-minute baby, what is that? I don't know what that is. Politicians, man, they go whichever way the wind blows. That's politicians for you. You can't take them at their word. Anyway, man, 18 minutes and 46 seconds in. What do you think? Should I try to stay for a half an hour or get off now? I'm gonna try to take a little smoke break, and I'm gonna put my green screen up. This is a check this out. He did all his own illustrations, and that's the illustration he did for giving. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, Khalil Gibran. He should have got as much credit as for being a artist, a painter, as as much as being a poet. He was an excellent poet, but I like his art too. His art is pretty amazing. Yeah. So 20 minutes in, It's just the three of us, my friends. I can leave my chat open for a while and then just accumulate the 8 hours, or I could shut it down now. It really doesn't matter because they're not giving me my proper credit anyway. So I'm not going to benefit one way or the other. So that being said, I'll leave it open for a bit. My wife said hello, everybody. Uh you can get off now, honey. I know you don't want to run up your minutes or whatever. Joe Francis, hello. This is your first time here? Hello, Joe. I'll visit your page. Hold on. Let me see your page, man. Are you a supporter or are you a creator? Let me see. Let's go to Joe's page. Oh, you're a supporter. Thanks for your support. Appreciate you. Thank you for your thumbs up. Appreciate you. Let me see. Have me a little tokey toke. Appreciate your support, Joe. Thank you, man. This your first time here, Joe? Or have you been here before? Let me know either way. Is this your first time here? If this is your first time here, let me know. Anybody else new in the chat? All right. Dare to search. What's up? Hey, WC. Hello, chat. Let me go to Dare to search page. He always got something interesting. Damn, that almost looked like Nina Simone, but I know that girl. I've seen her face before. Where they want to at work. Oh, you can't see it. WC is here. Thank you for coming to my live stream. We haven't heard nothing from her for a long time. I wonder what happened to her. I remember her face, but I don't remember her name. Yeah. Harpo's Sophia is going on. Harpo Sophia. That's her name? I thought her name was something else. Data search, you missed my reading. I did some poetry reading. You missed it. You late. No, I'm just kidding. Uh you can always rewind it, check it out later. And that's the graphics the guy did. He did that. And today's stanza was about giving. I think I will read another one later to myself, unless you guys want to hear another one. Khalil Gibran. Ooh, this guy. He was a poet, philosopher, and artist. He was born in Lebanon, a land that has produced many prophets. The millions of Arabic speaking people familiar with his writings and his language consider him the genius of his age. The bow and the arrow. The bow and the arrow. Oh, I think you referring to I think you referring to the children. That's in there too. I read that. Ooh, that page is not attached. Ooh, it must have came out. Um, yeah, I think that was yesterday. I read that one. But it's called Children. And I know which graphic you're talking about too. It was a good one. This one, talking about this one. Wait a minute. I'll take my green screen down so you can see it. We're talking about this one right here. That one's about children. So you had to check out my other live stream I did. I think it was yesterday or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I did that one yesterday, and that's the artist. Hold on, let me switch this around. Oops, still working. I shall disappear. I'm gone. I'm gone. Wait, that's the artist. And then let's see. I can't take his picture, but I can show you his picture. This is his real picture. Hold on. Oops. Let me see. Wait a minute. I'm gonna get it together. Get it together. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay. This is the real picture of the guy right here. And it says Khalil Gibran, 1883 to 1931. Let me put my green screen up again. I shall disappear. Poet, philosopher, artist, was born in Lebanon. I read that part. Millions of Arabics considered him a genius. But he was a man whose name, he was a man whose fame and influence spread far beyond Near East. His poetry has been translated into more than 20 languages. His drawings and paintings have been exhibited in the great capitals of the world and compared by Augusto Rodin to the work of William Blake. In the United States, which he made his home during the last 20 years of his life, he began to write in English. The poet and his other books of poetry illustrated with his mystical drawings are known and loved by innumerable Americans who find in them an expression of the deepest impulse of man's heart and mind. Okay, there to search it. Yes, I love his writings. Monchica supporters here. Kate siblings, hello. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't be mean. Double tap that screen. And like Capital One's wife always says. Um, I will go to your page. Kate siblings. Wow, that looks delicious. What is that? A montage of seafood? Yummy. This is WC. Thanks for coming to my live stream. Okay, she's cooking it up over there. Looks very tasty. Well, oh, 32 minutes in. Kate, you got a few. You you need some subscribers too, huh, Kate? You and Data Search. When my son was in the fourth grade, his teacher couldn't believe that I had introduced him to Khalil and chess. I love chess. Oh, you teach him sometime from home? That's nice. Yeah, I used to teach my son too. He's in his 30s now. He left home a long time ago and never looked back. I'm glad because no news is good news. A lot of people say, "Why you don't worry your son? You haven't heard from him in so long." My son knows everything that I could have possibly taught him, and I'm sure he's fine because if he wasn't, he'd be at my front door crying, "Daddy, help me," which is okay. So who we got in the house here? We got Kate siblings, Dare to Search, Jimmy Martin, Jacob, the CEO, my wife Vicky, and my test channel. I don't know. Should I try to stay? Should I try to stay 30 more minutes? Or is it 26? 26 more minutes. Okay, well, for all of you who don't know, my name is WC. I'm on the MIC. You're in the place to be with all my chat family. I'm a live streamer from San Francisco. I've been doing it since 2008. YouTube has forgotten me. They want me to send in my photograph and a brief video and all that stuff all over again, and I don't get it. And I'm wondering, has anybody else had that request to come from YouTube? Because maybe they lost their files or something. I started this channel in I started this channel in 2012, and now they need all that stuff again. So I'm pretty curious as to why they need all that stuff. Dare to Search said to the First Lady Wainwright, "That's you, honey." She doesn't stay on long because she has that kind of plan on her phone. And she has to pay for minutes. So, but she watches on TV. She just can't comment, you know. Data search. I will pin you first, and then I will pin the other lady that just walked in because you guys need subscribers more than I do. So we'll leave that pinned up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's why she doesn't get into the conversation much because mostly she's watching TV, you know. But she normally just puts her little 2 cents in so she can be counted, you know. Then after that she disappears. So if you want the rest of the reading, I mean if you don't have the book because the book is somewhat rare, you know. I don't know where I got this copy at. Probably stole it from the library. Don't tell nobody. Long time ago. Or maybe I bought it from the Goodwill. I think I bought it from the Goodwill. Nobody knew what it was. $2 I paid for it. Uh, if you're not familiar with this guy's reading and you don't have his book, I'm gonna be going over a stanza or two every day until I get to the end, you know, or until somebody says, "Please don't read that stuff today." Lee, ooh, what's up? What's that? Hello? That is art, my friend. We will go to your page. Lee has 27 subscribers. Welcome to the family. Thanks for coming to my live stream. I am a new I am a new subscriber. All right, that brings your grand total to 28. Welcome. He's got 27 videos. I've never seen an avatar like that. Just a black spot. It's very unique. Very unique, my friend. I think you were already subbed. Oh, that's fine. Now, I just gave you another one because I have 3 pages actually. The page that I just subscribed to you, that's my test channel. I got that up to 916 now, I think. But I'm not really trying to qualify with that one. I just did that to prove that I could get the subscribers. Just goes with most of my thumbnails. Oh, I see. So you've been here before? I can make you a moderator if you've been here before. All right. 40 minutes in, my friends. Hmm. Very nice. Yep. Okay. Lead the next words you say. You shall turn blue. There you go. And please feel free to network amongst yourselves, visit each other's pages, and get to know each other because we're all one big family. And if you get the opportunity to visit someone's page, please do. Turn my camera around. Sweet. So did you make this art? No, the art comes from Gibran. He was a pretty well-known artist in he's from he's from he's an Arabic artist from Lebanon. And this is his picture. He's the artist, not me. He was a poet, a philosopher, and an artist. He was born in Lebanon, a land that has produced many prophets. The millions of Arabic speaking people familiar with his writings in his language consider him the genius of his age. But he was but he was a man whose fame and influence spread far beyond the Near East. His poetry has been translated into 20 languages, which is probably more than that by now. This was printed a long time ago. His drawings and paintings, one of which you see right there, I'll put it back up and disappear. Boop. And have been exhibited in great capitals of the world and compared to Augustine Rodin to the work of William Blake. In the United States, which he made his home during his last 20 years of his life, he began to write in English. The Prophet and his other books of poetry illustrated with the mystical drawings are known and loved by numerous Americans who find in them expression of the deepest impulses of man's heart and mind. So yeah, when I was younger, I ran across this book. I think it was in a Goodwill, and it only cost me $7, or is it $2? I'm not sure, but one of the best purchases I ever made, and it has been sitting around here, and I hadn't read it in a long time. And someone suggested that I try reading some stuff because I was reading Olaf's book for him. Well, he was reading it to us, and then I read it back, and so that's why I'm doing this. People said, "Man, you should try that," and I said, "Okay, I'll try it," and that's what I did. So anyway, yeah, yeah, from Lebanon, Dare to Search, yeah. All right, cool. Lee Smith said. Lee Smith, like magic. Well, I guess you could say that, but back in ancient times, they used to think everything that they couldn't figure out was magic. So I'm not surprised you said that. But he also wrote a lot of other books, but this one is the one that I got my hands on. And I figured it might be some good stuff for us to contemplate. Nowadays, we need more stuff with meat on the bones instead of a lot of the crap that you run into in television and stuff. You know, this is stuff you can sink your teeth into. Something that give you something to think about. You know, I meant you disappearing. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. That's sort of like magic. I can reappear. Beak. That comes with picking up the skills from live streaming. You know, I'm going to do another class on that stuff so you can pick up that skill. And what you see behind me is a green screen, and it's for people who are preoccupied with something else if they're doing a live stream or they don't feel like being seen by the camera. You can always just throw a green screen up, man. Why not? People are really not there all the time just to see you. They want to listen to what you have to say or just participate. And you don't have to be in the screen. You could just go boop and just disappear. I have a bit of a 10 ear for poetry. I tried reading Paradise Lost and couldn't get away with it. Yeah, I've read the Bible and some other things. And I think if you don't get it the first time, just try reading it again and read it slowly and it'll dawn on you, you know. Sometimes things take a while to sink in. There's a lot of confusion in a day in your life. You might have a lot of things going on. Poetry and reading makes you slow down and really try to pay attention. And there's a different pace in your mind altogether because you're piecing something together from what is presented to you on paper, and you have to use your mind to uh, you know get a picture of what's really going on. You know, and so sometimes in this visual world, it takes a while for reading poetry to sink in. I think, and that's just my personal opinion. And therein lies the value of such things, you know, because we get so much in a hurry, you know, or wrapped up in the day's trials and tribulations that we don't take the time to, you know, look within, you know. I love reading, mainly horror fiction, nonfiction. Just can't get into poetry. I'd rather hear it read. Oh, good. Well, you came to the right place. Would you like me to read another chapter? Another stanza? They're very brief. It's only like 3 or 4 pages. Let me see what the next one is on. Because each one has a particular subject matter. So if you catch any of my other videos, the first one was about the coming of the ship. The second one was love. The third one was on marriage. The fourth one, I can flip this over now. Wait a minute. The fourth one was on children, and the one I just read was on giving. Okay, so I'll read the one on eating and drinking. Okay, want to hear it? Here it goes. Okay, let me put on my hood. This is my mystical hood, so you don't have to worry about seeing me. You just focus on the reading, and this is about giving and No, this one is about eating and drinking. Okay. Let's let and this is the artwork. Let me see. I should put up the artwork for each one. Ooh, this one's like 5 pages. Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is only one page. Then an old man, a keeper of an inn, said, "Speak to us about eating and drinking." And he said, "Would that you could live on the fragrance of the earth, and like an air plant be sustained by the light. But since you must kill to eat, and rob the newly born of its mother's milk to quench your thirst, let it then be an act of worship, and let your board stand an altar on which the pure and the innocent of the forest and plain are sacrificed for that which is pure and still more innocent in man. When you kill a beast, say to him in your heart, by the same power that slays you, I too am slain, and I too shall be consumed. For the law that delivered you into my hand shall deliver me into a mightier hand. Your blood and my blood is not but the sap that feeds the tree of heaven. And when you crush an apple with your teeth, say to it in your heart, your seeds shall live in my body, and the buds of your tomorrow shall blossom in my heart, and your fragrance shall be my breath, and together we shall rejoice through all the seasons. And in the autumn, when you gather the grapes of your vineyards for the winepress, say in your heart, I too am a vineyard, and my fruit shall be gathered for the winepress. And like new wine, I shall be kept in eternal vessels. And in winter, when you draw the wine, let there be in your heart a song for each cup. And let there be in the song a remembrance for the autumn days and for the vineyard and for the winepress. Very nice. WC, I'm still listening here, but not commenting. I'm cutting some potatoes. Okay. Oh my God, I had a nice baked potato my wife made for me yesterday. I don't have any teeth, so she crushes everything up to a pulp. And she made some bacon bits, nicely crushed into dust. And she put the sour cream in there, you know, and some cheese, and it was so good. Thank you, honey. She's in the kitchen now, cleaning pots. You can't hear her because she's trying to be quiet. It was your soul vids I saw, the music channel. Oh yeah, that's what I really like to do. I'm I like to create more than I like to live stream, to be honest with you. And sometimes it takes me away from what I should be doing in my live stream. I should be doing more live stream. But I'd rather create than to do live stream. I've been doing a lot of cowboy movies and videos about particular artists I like. Like lately, I've been doing a lot of Sade, and she just got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I did about 5 or 6 videos on her. Um, Lee Smith said, "In short, you have respect for what's feeding you. Don't take it for granted. Yes, that's what the poem is about. And in the process of consuming, your ear is fine. You got that right. And in the process of consuming whatever it is you're taking in, it becomes a part of you. And in the poem, he reminds us that one day we will be like those grapes, that are gathered in the field and thrown into the wine press. And the juices therein will go back to feed the eternal thirst of God's and his magnificence to absorb us back into himself, you know. And the cycle continues. So yeah, you got a 10 ear. You picked that up pretty good. That's right. Yeah. Sounds good. Yep. 56 minutes in, my friend. 4 or 5 more to go, and it shall end. So I read 2 stanzas from this book. It's called The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. This is the artist. You can hardly see him because of my green screen. Let me stand back. It's hard to see it. Yeah, yeah. Hard to see it. There you go. Can't hardly read it, but anyway. Um, and I read The Coming of the Ship, on love, on marriage, on children, on giving, and today I read on eating and drinking. So I'm almost halfway there already. Tomorrow I will not tomorrow because Sunday I'm taking off. My wife doesn't like me to do it on Sundays. So I'm gonna do a pre-recorded live stream. So if you want to, I said my wife asked me to take off on Sunday. So I won't be live tomorrow. It'll be pre-recorded. But on Monday, if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, I will read on work and possibly on joy and sorrow next. All right. Sounds good. Absolutely. We will take care, man. Have a great night and all the best. Same to you, Lee. And I'm so glad you came. I value each and every one of you that show up. I appreciate you supporting me. And I am more than happy to support you. One hand washes the other. And that's the absolute best technique you can have if you want to build your subscribers. Remember to return all your comments. It's only fair. A fair exchange is no robbery. If somebody comes to visit you, go visit them. And try to keep an open mind about what you produce if you're a creator, which both of you guys are. Don't get stuck in a rut. You see me, WC, I create everything. I've done music, I've done art, now I'm doing poetry. I've done movie clips, I've done performances live, I've done, dancing and all kind of stuff. Comedy. Sometimes I make a video about current events like Dare to Search. If you really want to be in on the current events, you got to check her page out. She's pinned. You guys check her page out. And Jimmy, I'll pin you. I mean, Lee, I'll pin you. Get my commenters first because it's so important to comment when you're in live stream. And if you don't get a chance to comment, It's always good to use a little heart to make sure that the chat looks like it's being used. And like I say, don't be mean, double tap that screen. Capital One's wife taught me that. All right. Let me just say thank you to each and every one of you guys that came in today. Thank you to Kate, siblings, Lee, been nice talking to you. Dare to Search, always a pleasure to see you. Jimmy Martin came and went. I understand, Jimmy. Happy birthday to you again. He's 24. Jacob, the CEO, came and went. My test channel and my darling wife, Vicky. Thanks to each and every one of you that showed up. And always remember, take care of yourself so you can help take care of others. This your boy Dub C. See ya.